smartphone app, as you know it, is about to become completely obsolete. Within 18 months, maybe sooner, you're not going to tap an app icon to book a hotel or order food. Instead, you'll just tell your phone what you want, and an AI agent running directly on your device will handle the entire transaction. No multiple taps, no awkward menus, no navigating through designer decisions. Just you speaking naturally, and your phone understanding exactly what you're asking for and getting it done. That's not some startup founder's dream. That's straight from Qualcomm CEO Christian Amann, the head of the company whose chips power nearly every smartphone on Earth. And here's what makes this real. Qualcomm isn't just talking about this. Right now, they're actively building 40 new AI-powered devices specifically designed to run these agents directly on your hardware. No cloud waiting. No data going somewhere else. Everything happens right in your pocket. This isn't speculation or theoretical tech. This is the moment when how we interact with our phones changes fundamentally. The change from apps that do one job to AI agents that understand what you actually want. And it's happening faster than almost anyone expected. Here's what that's really going to mean for you. To understand why Qualcomm's move matters, you need to know what they actually are. They're not a phone maker, they're the chip designer behind the scenes, the company whose processors power the majority of smartphones on Earth. Qualcomm is the gatekeeper between what your phone can do and what it actually does. When they tell you AI agents are the future, they're not just predicting trends. They're making a real engineering commitment, spending billions to reshape how billions of people interact with devices. That's significant. It signals this change is genuine, not another hype cycle. What makes this moment especially interesting is the timing. For decades, the phone industry has been locked in a feature race: faster processors, better cameras, bigger screens. Each new generation just meant faster versions of the same thing. But agents are fundamentally different. They represent a complete rethinking of what a smartphone is. Instead of a device that runs applications you pick, it becomes an assistant that understands your intentions and acts on them. When a conservative, engineering-focused company like Qualcomm commits 40 new devices to this change, it sends a critical message. We're not in hype territory anymore. We are at an inflection point where the entire industry is reorganizing itself. This is what genuine technological transformation looks like from the inside. And here's where the real story starts. So what exactly is an AI agent, and how is it different from an app? Here's the simplest way to think about it. An app is like a vending machine. You open it, you see options, you pick one, it dispenses. Every interaction follows a path the designer built months ago. An AI agent is completely different. It's like a personal assistant who understands context, learns your preferences, and adapts to what you're asking for. When you open Uber, you see the same interface every time. The app doesn't care who you are, it shows the same screens, buttons, workflow. An agent on your phone works differently. You say, I need to get to the airport in 2 hours, and it understands not just that you want a ride, but the implications. It knows you have luggage. It knows which airlines have flights. It can check traffic, negotiate prices, confirm your flight details, all in one conversation. Apps are static templates. Agents are dynamic understanding. And here's the part that changes everything. These agents run directly on your phone. Your data doesn't fly off to some server. Your conversations stay private. Your preferences stay local. Processing happens faster with no network delay. That privacy and speed combination is revolutionary. This is where it gets complicated. Let me give you concrete examples of how agents change everything. Imagine you want to take a trip to Japan in August. Right now, that's a nightmare of multiple apps and browser tabs. You open Google Flights to search for fares. You open Booking for hotels. You hit TripAdvisor for restaurants. You switch to Uber to check transportation. You're jumping between 5 different apps, entering your preferences over and over again, comparing options across different screens. With an AI agent, you just say it once. I want to spend 2 weeks in Tokyo in August. I like good sushi, I need Wi-Fi-equipped hotels, and I want to experience the local culture beyond the usual tourist spots. The agent handles everything. It searches flights from your closest airport within your budget. It checks hotel availability against your preferences. It finds restaurants that match your taste, reads actual reviews, and makes reservations. It plans a route through neighborhoods where real locals hang out, not just the famous Instagram spots. It coordinates everything into a single organized itinerary, asks clarifying questions when it needs more information, and confirms every booking. One conversation, no switching apps, no repetitive data entry, no friction. That's what agent-powered travel looks like. But here's what the headlines aren't telling you. Let's compare old and new side by side, because the difference is stark. The old way, you open an app. That app was designed by some product team 6 months ago. It has a predetermined interface, fixed workflow, specific buttons in specific places. If the designer didn't anticipate what you needed, you're out of luck. You adapt to the app's logic or switch to another app. The app collects data about you, sends it to servers somewhere, and you hope they keep it secure. This is the experience billions of people have right now, but it's fundamentally limited. The new way, you speak your intent naturally, in plain language, without worrying about UI or workflows or buttons. The AI agent understands context, knows your history, learns your preferences, and generates a custom response tailored to exactly what you're asking for right now. No rigid template, no predetermined flow, no adaptation required from you. And critically, all this happens on your device. Your data stays local. Your conversations don't travel to distant servers. The agent learns from you, but learns privately. This isn't just a better app. This is a fundamentally different interaction model, moving from software that follows rules you must learn to software that adapts to how you naturally think and speak. Here's what the twist nobody expected. So what does this change actually mean for different people? Let's start with you, the user. On the surface, it seems simple. Life gets easier. No more switching apps. No more repetitive data entry. No more wrestling with awkward UIs designed by committees. Your phone becomes genuinely helpful instead of just available. But there's a deeper implication. Agents that understand your preferences naturally start to make recommendations you didn't ask for. They know you like Italian food, so they suggest a new restaurant that just opened in your area. They notice you travel a lot, so they offer to pre-book hotels near your usual conference cities. That's convenient, but it also means your phone learns deeply personal details about you. For developers, this is a seismic change. Building apps the old way, designing buttons, flows, screens, becomes almost obsolete. Instead, developers become something closer to intent designers. They need to think about what problems people have and train AI systems to solve them conversationally. That's a completely different skill set. For tech giants like Google and Apple, this is actually threatening. These companies built empires on controlling the app ecosystem, the store, the curation, the commission. Agents that work locally and can interleave multiple services without a central gatekeeper undermine that control. They don't disappear, but their leverage shrinks. For Qualcomm and chip makers, though, this is a golden opportunity. Powerful on-device AI means more powerful processors. More powerful processors mean new hardware cycles. More hardware means growth. But wait, there's something nobody's talking about. So how do you prepare for a world of AI agents? First, start thinking about what you're actually trying to accomplish instead of which apps you open. You don't want to open Uber, you want to get somewhere. You don't want to use Gmail, you want to communicate. When you reframe interactions that way, you're already thinking like an agent user. Second, get comfortable with voice as your primary interface. Agents work best when you speak naturally. Practice talking to Siri or Google Assistant. Not because they are perfect, they are not, but because you're building the habit of conversing with your phone instead of tapping menus. Third, understand that agents ask clarifying questions. When you say, "I want coffee," the agent might ask your location, if you have time to wait, what your budget is, what kind of coffee you like. That back and forth is a feature. It means precision instead of guessing wrong. Fourth, pay attention to data and privacy. When your agent learns your preferences, where does that information live? Who has access? These questions matter more than you might think. Fifth, practice being specific when you ask for things. Show me action movies I haven't seen, beats entertain me. Agents work better with clear requests. This sounds like preparation, but it's really just being more intentional about technology, and that's worth doing. The part most people overlook entirely. Here's what this all means for you. The death of apps as we know them isn't coming in some distant future. It's happening right now. Qualcomm CEO publicly committed the company to building 40 new AI-powered devices. That's real capital, real engineering, real manufacturing plans. This is no longer theoretical. The timeline matters for what you should be paying attention to. Within 18 months, genuinely agent-capable devices will start hitting the market. They won't replace apps overnight. Humans have habits, and existing apps have massive network effects. But each new phone generation will change more toward agent-style interfaces. Apps will gradually start feeling outdated. Within 5 years, the app model might seem quaint, like how 2005 web design looks incredibly dated now. For you right now, strategy is simple. Start reframing your phone as a device that understands what you want and acts on it. That mental model change is half the battle. Watch carefully for Qualcomm's next announcements. They'll signal which devices get the most aggressive agent features. If you're a developer, learn language models and conversational design. Your career depends on adapting faster than the industry changes. The most important thing to understand: this isn't Qualcomm predicting a trend. This is Qualcomm building the future. That future is agents. Follow for daily AI news.